Hi there, Eric Bakker, naturopath. We're back again. We're going to talk about enzymes. I'm still talking about enzymes. Are you still with me? Did you watch the preceding videos? I think we're on to video number 7, somewhere around about there. We're talking about enzymes, their effect on the body, what to eat, what not to eat, how to improve your enzymes in your body, and also we've spoken about why enzymes are so important for your health. So if you're watching this video and you haven't seen the other ones, please watch them in the sequence. You're going to learn a lot of information that you may not already know. I like to keep my videos simple and just talk to people. I don't really believe in whiteboards with all these fancy diagrams and chemical equations and things like that. I mean, some people like doing that kind of stuff, but I think most people like to hear just plain common sense stuff, because it works. So what foods do you avoid if you want to really improve your ability for your digestive system to have a fantastic enzymatic power? Well, you don't, again, need to have a PhD in astrophysics to work that one out, do you? Right? You don't need to have gone to Harvard and studied nutrition for 50 years to work that one out. You know what kind of foods you need to avoid. It's the crappy foods. It's McDonald's. It's Kentucky Fried Chicken. I call it Kentucky Fried Cane Toad. It's pizzas. It's greasy, filthy, crappy food. That's the food that devitalizes the body. I've always said to patients, if you eat like crap, you end up feeling like crap and eventually looking like crap, right? And it's not good. And then you go to the doctor, and then you're going to get medications, and oftentimes you may get thrown across to a dietitian, but oftentimes you don't. So the devitalized foods, the dead foods, the embalmed foods, the deep fried foods, the foods that you stand in line with lots and lots of people to wait to pay tons of money for, those kind of foods. The last time you went to the greengrocers or to your local farmer's market, did you have to queue up for half an hour to buy a carrot? Likely not. There's probably nobody there. They're probably all queuing up at the fish and chips next door or all at the Coca-Cola stand. So maybe avoid queues of people and standing in front of food stalls. Avoid making snap decisions about what you're going to eat quickly. Don't do it. Think and plan ahead, especially, when it comes to the preparation of foods. Chefs, people who make foods, will tell you there's the prep stage, there's the cook stage. And it takes me no more than 20 minutes, usually half an hour, to make a nutritious meal. And I'm going to show you guys how to make a lot of that stuff soon on a lifestyle and food channel for that reason. So, takeaway food, okay? Processed foods, refined foods, foods out of packets, foods out of bottles, foods out of cans, convenience foods, foods that you pop in the microwave for 2 minutes to heat up. Those are generally the foods that destroy enzyme ability. Remember, when you take a food up to over about 49 degrees centigrade, I believe it is, you actually wreck the ability of that food to have enzymes in it that allows it to properly break down in your body. So that means that your body has to produce increasing amount of enzymes or have a very powerful enzyme control to break down that food that's not very digestible. When you eat fresh foods, natural foods, when you eat a whole foods diet like I do, lots of sprouts, lots of fresh vegetables, leafy vegetables, plenty of fruits, fresh fruits. At the moment, we've got so much fruit because we're in summertime now. I pulled literally 10 pounds of plums off a tree. Nectarines, peaches, plums, apricots, cherries, blueberries, raspberries, avocados. We've got so many of these foods here in our house at the moment. We're giving them away to all the neighbors. I believe in sharing nice food with people, because it also instills good eating values in other people. So those foods I mentioned are good foods. Now you're going to say, hang on a minute, this guy's crazy. All that fruit, I'm going to get candida coming out of my ears. You're not going to get candida coming out of your ears. If you eat tree-ripened fruit and your digestive system is in good condition like me, you can have several pieces of fruit a day. You may have an extra 1 or 2 bowel motions a day, but you're not going to be pooping like a duck. Okay, if you've got good bacteria and good enzyme control, you'll have good bowel motions. But if you start drinking a few cans of Coke a day and having 3 or 4 donuts a day, and then paying lip service to a good diet by having a green apple, you will get bloating and gas and a lot of problems. You can't have it both ways. It's very difficult to do that. But as your gut improves and your enzymes become more powerful and the control's good, you can certainly get away with pizza and maybe a piece of fried chicken and a glass of wine. And that's how I live. I'm not the food police. I try to tell you people that I don't police people what they eat. I always instill values about eating good, fresh, healthy food, and then you can every now and then get away with some crappy food. So fresh foods contain enzymes, as I've previously mentioned, which help those foods to break down in the body. Enzymes are part of the reason why really good foods spoil so quickly. I believe the quicker the fruit spoils, the probably more likely the better it is for the body. You may have seen Morgan Spurlock with Super Size Me, a movie made in 2004 regarding McDonald's. I mentioned that in a previous video. You can get a McDonald's burger and put that down and put a glass dome over it and come back in 2 months and it still looks like a burger. Right? That's not really good food for the digestive system, is it? Now, what if you put a bowl of raspberries or a nice fresh red apple under that bowl and came back in 2 months? You're not likely going to see something worth eating. So take a note out of my book, eat fresh foods, put them in your refrigerator, throw out all the crap, buy the healthy stuff. It's really going to pay off for you in terms of energy, weight control, appetite control, less bloating, less gas. These are the foods we were designed to eat, not foods made by a factory. Catch up with me in the next video. Thanks for tuning in.